I said they were prepared for the autopsy report. And on their own part, they have a pathologist that ought to come that will help to question the state pathologist. But because of what happened in April and the way the judge that had allowed them to be in the inquest came and said, no, you will not be in the inquest again. So they were battle ready to say, today, now today, for fire, for whatever, we are not going to go. Now, when they got there and they introduced themselves, they were always the first to introduce because of the seniority. Now, the judge said again, guys, I am here to approve your letter, your motion that you sent in, your application to join this inquest. I'm here to approve it. So, you will not be able to join us. The two old lawyers stood up and said, foul. Today, you will approve it where we are. We'll send it to you. Read it and approve it. The man said, no, said, we are not going to leave. If you don't approve it here, this inquest will not proceed. And if we leave this place, we are going to the Judicial Council. If we leave this place, we'll be going to the High Court. We're going to find a motion against you. The woman quickly said, okay, wait. I will read it. When she read it, she saw the imminent danger. Okay, sir, make una sit down. Now, no, they go. But I will answer you on your application. Now, like I said, I've said two things. How the thing they go. Now, these people could not come with a pathologist because of they don't know if the judge would have allowed them to stay. Even me, I was praying for her not to allow them to stay so that we can dabaru everything and restart it again. But somehow, wisdom spoke and they stayed. Now, at that inquest, it went the way it went. Now, even before the inquest, there has been some information from Grapevine that the body, Professor Shoyemi, Professor Kune Shoyemi, a professor of anatomy and forensic, a consultant, came to say that it decayed. That was why they couldn't see. But they could see tattoo. The thing will decay. You not touch the tattoo with the body. They could snap those tattoos. Now, it was not as described because that body was not decayed. The body was exhumed in like 10 days after he died. 9 days after he was buried, if I'm correct. Now, what could be the decay? All of us, they see that body. And they took that body to preserve it. And they did the autopsy examination in September or early October. They did it. And they now said it is decay. But the information we got from Grapevine indicated that that body was good enough for them to get anything they would get. The only place that had issue, please, is that one of the eyes, when the composition takes place, bulged out, one of his eyes. And that was an effect of the heavy stone placed on his coffin. Nothing else was out of place. Then the question is, why telling us that that body was discomposed? Just the way police came to us with profusely bleeding. We've been colonized by the English. We've learned the English language. We've excelled with it. Our children can't even speak our dialect again, our native language. They speak English. Now, professionals are using the English to confuse us. When we say Nigeria, they are the king of vocabularies. They use the same vocabulary to want to deceive us. It no go work. Everybody that gave us the report of the inquest did not give us the right to, and that is why I always say that the legal team must debrief the clients at every sitting, because what they will tell you is not what everybody is saying. They are saying in between, because they are the ones that are going to fight. So I begin to wonder since yesterday that if the picture could see all the tattoos, why wouldn't they see every other thing? And just this interlude. On this Mohbad case, we know what we were up against. But unfortunately, people around Pastor Mr. Joseph Aloba, aka Josie Bobo, they refuse to acknowledge what they are up against. We are up against a system that can be manipulated. We are up against a system that is not working. We are up against a young man that was killed, and the people he fed while alive threw him under the bus. They didn't care about him. And the people around Papa Mohbad refused to act likewise. I begin to tell myself, and I've been saying it, are they really ready? I don't think so. It's endemic in Nigeria. If we know that powerful people are at play, we ought to get ready. It is not a battle that we don't know what is coming. We knew what is coming. But still, they were acting as ignoramus. People that don't know anything. And they were chasing shadows. Hence, the result we got. Personally, I don't know why people are surprised with the result they got. And I've said it several times. Are we going to get justice? Yes, we will get justice. But is it the justice we want? No, it will not be. Can we get justice? Yes, we can get justice. Will it be an historic justice? Yes, we can get it. How? We should get ready for the battle ahead. How many people are still talking about justice for Mohbad? I kid you not, it is only on social media. How many people are still talking about it? Even those who are still steadfast in this justice for Mohbad, their family members have told them, Otito, go arrest. From Wednesday, from my dashboard, more than 35% of people have begun to move back. They've begun to withdraw. People weep. People are affected psychologically. They want leadership, but they are not getting it. People want real information that will give them succor. People want information that will tell them, yes, we're on the right track. But they aren't getting it. All they get are stories of rat and cat. Stories of Mary was a virgin and he gave birth to Jesus Christ. That is what we've been listening to. And I think, as Papa Mohbad said, part 1 is finished. We are going to part 2. And someone said here, service said, after part 1, you must sit down and evaluate. What went wrong? What were the successes? What were the unsuccessful things? So that in part 2, you will get there stronger. And I think that is the part C that we should go to. But before we go there, I've got wonderful panelists here. And I want Susie for Justice to take us deeper into the fact about late Mohbad's body that Professor Shoyemi said it is decayed. That is why their result is inconclusive. Susie, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Please.
Good evening. Good evening, everybody. Okay. Good evening, everybody. Good evening, everybody. Good morning, good night. I set my greeting according to your time. Okay. So you're all welcome, the panelists. Good evening, and you're welcome. Obviously, you asked a lot of questions. You were trying to put out from what you have said this evening is a lot of questions. A lot of question comes with your discussion this evening. And one of the questions that I need to put out there before I go further, I'll put a little bit and I'll retrace your questions. Are we ready for justice? Are we ready for justice? Me, I am ready for justice. Those on the comment sections, are you ready for justice? Me, Susan, I am ready for justice. Okay? As it is now, we need to put our differences aside. I keep on saying we are all boss ladies in our home. We are all boss mans in our own. Okay? But when it comes to justice for Mohbad, there's no boss lady. There's no boss man, okay? We are all equal. We are all going to be passenger, and we're going to have get on stage is to take off his shirt. So can somebody confirm that to us that is still in doubt that there's no tattoo on his back? Because I heard they say that there's a tattoo of a king on his back. That's number one question mark for me in this pathology result. Then number two question for me, and I'm going to be short so that everybody can have a bit of what I'm trying to say, because everybody doubt was focusing on the same thought all of us have. The second one for me, a dead body that they describe that's so bad. You understand? We all watch it live when they stream it live when they were taking Mohbad's body out from the grave. The first thing that we should supposed to notice is the moment they pop that grave open, if that dead body was so bad the way they talk. In fact, the whole of that community will be invaded with flies. Do we see any of those things on the video they showed? No, I didn't see it. Number two, the blood dripping from the grave. When they exhume Mohbad inside the coffin, does that look like a mixture of sand and rain? No. To me, it's a no. Number three, the way Mohbad was brought out of the grave with a hand gloves on his hand, the way they pull him with a white cloth out of the grave don't look like somebody that they say he's decayed. Number four, to me, for them to give us the accurate tattoo that he have on his body, you know, a body that is decay, your skin will peel off, okay? From the description of what they say the body is decay, without the proper medical without the proper medical embalming, the body will start melting, okay? It will melt. There's no way they can figure out how many tattoo that Mohbad have on his body. Tattoo of a king, tattoo of Liam, tattoo of mother, father, sister. There's no way. It's not done. It's not seen anywhere in the world from the way the pathology told us the body is decayed, that they cannot find what killed Mohbad. Okay? So to me, that is no. Another thing, the pathology result do not connect with the Lagos State press conference that they give to us. In the Lagos State press conference, we didn't hear anything like Piriton. And all of us know the work of Piriton, okay? The work of Piriton, you have allergy, you have itchy, you understand, something that can cure your allergy, or people take it to be sleepy. Okay, so we didn't have that. A part of the thing that the police said that was given to the Mohbad, that the nurse was given to Mohbad, is not part of it. So where did that Piriton come from? Could they be they drug him, overdose? And you remember the pathologist said the only thing that is little over there is the Piriton. Okay, so can we change our narrative a little bit? You know, that they use the Piriton to drug him and debed him while he was asleep. So these are the things we need to be looking at. These lawyers, they won't know it all. So I'm going to beg everybody this night. I'm going to leave every other point that I have, because I know a lot of people have their own points towards this, so that I don't take the whole session of talking. So my plea to everybody this night, whatever point you have that come across your mind, please jot it down. The point that is your doubt towards the result they read to us, the pathology read to us, anything that come across your mind that is a question mark for you, put it down. Find a way to send it across to the lawyers, because they are compiling their cases now. And one more thing that I'm going to put out tonight for all of us. Now, it comes from the public lawyer. We are going to need a pathology. Who is going to volunteer? We know we have a medical team that is from abroad, UK, US, Ghana, South Africa, okay? If you know anybody that is a pathology that will really to help us as a contribution to get ready to go to Nigeria, then we can put the fund out, put everything out there for the ticket to get money to donate for the person, to fly the person out there, to go to Nigeria, to question this particular pathology that has given us a result. Meanwhile, they structure it that day because people were asking questions. Why is it that the lawyers folded their hand and sitting down was watching this pathology? No. They purposely did it. Wahab, Chito, Bankole, and what is his name? Dosumu. They deliberately speak to order, and they refuse to question the pathology, and that's why they got a date for next month. So the date for next month. So what we are going to do now, we are going to look for pathology based on the money. Money is in circulation to kill this case. So any pathologist in Lagos area is a no-no for us. If we can get a pathology from Lut Hospital, okay, that will be acceptable from all the way on the Middle East. Lut is there in the just in Plateau State, is away from Lagos. But based the kind of money that is in circulation on this case, preferable we stretch our hands to our neighboring country or we can search around and get somebody, that is licensed pathologist in anywhere, UK, US, and we got to put some money together to fly that person to Nigeria, and the security will be guaranteed. We'll communicate with the lawyer, and their security will be guaranteed. They go in, and fly out. That is the only way we're going to show the justice system of Nigeria that we are not joking, that we are serious. So please, everybody listen to us this evening. Put this into your agenda and see how we can begin to work on it right away. Thank you. So I will stop at that so that somebody else can come up and speak.
All right, thank you very much. We'll take it up from there. Anjiru, are you there?
Yes, I'm there.
Okay, let me do it like this. I started from you earlier. Let me reverse it. Bayo, can you please make your submission?
Thank you, my honorable host. As usual, I'm going to crave your indulgence for a few minutes. I don't know how many minutes you're giving me, but no questions. It's a question. It's a general question. Anyways, I'm sorry.
Make your submission.
It's going to be difficult. I wasn't prepared for the submission anyways. But it's just a general question, host. Hope I'm permitted to go ahead.
One question.
Host.
Oh, yeah.
Please, let me
wait.
Okay, now let me say this. Maybe it's a question, maybe it's a submission. Maybe I'm wrong, but I like to start by saying that Justice for Mohbad Part 2 is a new dawn. It's beginning of a new dawn, and that we have to join hand to support this. Like I said earlier, I'm ready for this Justice for Mohbad Part 2, and whatever it takes, we should give it. But what I want us to do, and what we should request for at this time, is that we want a more proactive and aggressive reactions approach. Proactive and aggressive reactions approach to this second phase of Justice for Mohbad. You understand? Because somebody is eating, and then you too is not making noise. I'm just trying to make us understand that this case is dragged so long and so far, and at this point, the phase 2 should be action for action, banter for banter. So if in this case we need to have accurate and instant updates, the legal team should please help us with that. If we need to do more public briefing with the lawyers, the team should be ready to do that for us. This should be part of the agenda to the next phase of Justice for Mohbad. We don't want to be left behind. If the Justice Department of Nigeria or Lagos State needs to be called, if they need to be dragged, we need their attention, the legal team should be able to point us to that direction. If the Nigerian police needs to be dragged, needs to be addressed publicly, the legal team and Baba Mohbad should point us to that direction. It will be fine if we have accurate and necessary information on every standing. I know you've said that before, my host, but if the legal team can do that for us, they will help us a lot. This will help us a lot to make sure that everything is going to in accordance. Looking at the stance that this case is now a worldwide situation, and that we need updates, and we want to know what we're doing. We want to know what is lacking. We want to know if it's Baba Mohbad, if it's the legal team. We want to know if it's the Lagos State Judiciary or the Nigerian police. We need to know. We need to know where the problem is coming from. Please, and the legal team, if you are here, host, if you want to expatiate and explain more on that. Now, this is my question now. What is the new way? What does the law say about this case as it is right now? What is the law saying? What does the law approve or agreed upon in this case, because right now we are going back to square one, because the inquest, the toxicology and the autopsy, the inquest, we have been waiting for that result. Even the police has said they are waiting for that result. Now the result of the autopsy and toxicology has not pointed us to a direction. What does the law say about the next line of action? The Nigerian police force needs to go back to the drawing book. Then, what is expected from the legal team? Legal team, what should we be expecting? This is phase 2. This is banter for banter. This is action for action. Panda for panda. What should we be expecting? We need you to react. We need you to react aggressively. I'm expecting that the Nigerian police make a public speech or public address, because the inquest was on Wednesday. And this is Friday. And we've not heard anything from the police to tell us this is going to be the next line of action. If the police is not doing that, the legal team should charge the police to do that. What is expected of the Nigerian police? What should they do? What are we expecting them to do? If they are not doing it, in this case, we need to call them out. We need to identify what and who is wrong at a particular time. That is my submission for now. Aristocrat, I've asked you this question before.
Relax.
I've asked you this question before.
Now you said that is your submission.
Yes, this is a question I've asked you before. It's a personal question.
Okay,
I've asked you before.
Why are you asking me personal question in the public? Talk to me personally. If it's a personal question.
Yes, okay. I know I've asked you before, but I'll ask you again. Thank you.
All right. Expander, please add to the part B of today's discussion. Bayo, everything you were talking about will come at part C. But I want us to take the discussion of the lawyers and the need for us to do a couple of things. We talk about that, then we go to the next phase. I like things to be done without mixing them up. You get? So, Expander, go ahead, please.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, Aristocrat. Like I said before, this is the beginning of the part 2. And what do we need to begin the part 2? Recap of what happened in the part 1 and preview of the expected of what we expect from the part 2. Now, how do we go about that? I think I mentioned that about the press report, a press conference. Okay. Firstly, my opinion now, the press conference, Baba need to denounce or to reject the autopsy report read and made it clear that his legal team plus the private autopsy team will be addressing the issue in the coming inquest. But as it is now, what they read is not accepted by him. Blah, 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 blah. That is phase 1 on that. Phase 2, what we need to get is like the Bayo have said now that the police, they are waiting for the autopsy. They were waiting for the autopsy initially, and the autopsy has been read. What are they doing? They're not communicating. We need to push them to communicate. Thirdly, in the inquest, at the beginning of the inquest, the judge or the jury there made it clear that the medias were not be allowed. I think they got in court injunction to say the newscast, whatever media, they were not allowed in the inquest. Can this be reversed by the lawyers because somebody needs to trigger it? The media people, they're not doing enough. They're not even doing enough. They're not doing anything. Babas went to them, I think, about 1 or 2 times to TVC and maybe, I don't know the other one, but I knew of TVC. And I know to the best of my knowledge, TVC has talked about Mohbad issue about 2 or 3 times, which is not enough. All other medias, they were doing nothing. I think if they have been allowed to come to the inquest, then we will have a better report direct from the inquest, from these people, from the professional, the journalists and the likes. So let the good team look into this. If the court injunction got by the court or by whoever can be reversed to allow the journalists to go in and report after the inquest. That is another thing that we need to look into in this second journey. And the third one, you see, there were a couple of times the issue of stabbing came out. Baba said he saw blood. Mohbad's aunt said that. Police said that, bled profusely. And when Prime Boy went to the inquest before the previous one, I heard that a policeman said to him that the knife you used to, that you used in stabbing Mohbad, we have it with us. We're not hearing anything about this. What has been the state of that policeman that made that statement, or is a lie? We don't know. And I believe after each inquest, we should be having conference from the legal team to say this was what happened and this was our response to it. And the next step to go, they don't need to disclose that anyway. So we